So in our last class, we have seen what is control statement, what are the different types of control statements, and in this class, we are going to see one by one. Okay, we'll start from decision statement, and we'll go through all of its types, and then looping statements and its types. Yeah, we'll continue. So let's take an example of if statement. Okay, so let's look into the syntax of the if statements. So if condition code 1. So code 1 is nothing but assume it's a set of statements. Okay, else code 2. Okay, and E should be small letter. So this is the if statement syntax. Okay, so condition is nothing but it's an expression which is going to evaluate a boolean value. Okay, it's an expression which is going to evaluate a boolean value. For example, a greater than or equal to b. It's a condition. Okay, it's checking whether a is greater than or equal to b or not. Okay, it's a condition. So which is going to evaluate some boolean value to you. Okay, so let's see. So we'll look into the examples also. Let's see the syntax of each and everything first. So the next one is, this is how. If the condition is successful, the code 1 will be executed. If the condition returns false, the else part is going to be executed, that is code 2. Okay, and code 1 will not be executed. So what you need to remember here is, if the condition returns true, code 1 executes, otherwise code 2 executes. Let's come back to other one. If else, if else. Okay, else if. This is if else, right? This is if else. And if statement is nothing but it's just an if statement. If you don't see the else, if there is no else part and only if statement is there, then that is called if statement, right? So this is if else. Now let's come back to if else if statement. So it's if condition code 1 else if again condition code 2 else code 3. Let's make it smaller one. Now you can see here, if the condition is successful here, the code 1 will be executed and not the remaining part of the statements will be executed. Let's say if the condition at if is not, it is written false, and it will come to else if part. Here also, if the condition is written false, it will go to the else part. That is one scenario. The condition is written false here, it will come to the else if. Here the condition is written true, then it will go to the code 2. That is the second scenario. Here the condition is successful, it is written true, Okay, then code 1 will be executed. Okay, so what you need to remember here, at any point of the time, okay, so one set of statements will be executed, either code 1, code 2, or code 3. One of them will be executed, not all the three. Okay, or not any of the two, right? So that's what you need to remember. It's a decision statement. You have to decide only one. Okay, which one to be executed from the code 1, code 2, code 3. Okay, so that's about if, else, if. Okay, so now it's time to look into the example. Let's look into the example. Okay, let's take a method public void if else example. Let's say uh, if I give a number, let's take a program. Given a number 3, it has to print 3. Otherwise, it should say unknown number. Okay, so this is a program I wanted to work on now. Okay, let's define int a equal to 3 or int number equal to 3 if number equal to 3. So equal is an assignment operator, double equal we call it as comparison operator. We already seen it. Now I have to say sys out. It has to print 3 like this. Okay, else if it is other than 3, it has to print unknown number. Right, so this is what our program, this is what our objective of the program. Now let's call this method. How can I call? So if I want to call a methods and variables of a class, first I have to create an object for that class. Decision statement example. Let's take example new. Now call ex dot if else example and invoke this. So this is a program. Okay, so if else example, if number equal to 3, you have to print 3. If number equal to something else, it has to print unknown number. Okay, let's run this program. Let's see it. Let's see the output. It's a 3. Okay, that's perfect. Let's give to 13 some other number apart of 3. Now run it again. It should say unknown number. That's 2. So our program is working well. Now take another example. Public void what is pending if else if example is pending. Let's look into this example. Same program, given a number 1 2 3, this time 1 2 3 should print in words other number it has to print unknown. Okay, so if I give a number 1, it has to print 1. If it is 2, it has to print 2 TWO2, and if it is 3, it has to print 3. Otherwise it has to print unknown number. So how can we do this? Let's take again int number equal to, take one number 1 for example. If number equal to 1. So what I have to print? Out, I have to print 1. Else if, okay, we have to check one more condition. Number equal to 2. If the number is 2, we have to print sys out 2. Okay, perfect. Now we have to check one more else if. Okay, one more condition. So how long you want to check the condition? You have to do the else if part. If number equal to 3, do the sys out. Okay, and that's it. 1 2 3, right? And then let's go with the else part. If the number is not 1 2 3, then it's going to say unknown number. Okay, let's say if it has to support 1 to 4, we have to take one more condition. So take the one more condition. So this time with else if and number equal to 4 and sys out 4, right? So remember, at any of the case, it's going to execute one of the statement. Okay, the code in one of the condition. Okay, so if the condition is satisfied here, this only will be executed and none of the other statements will be executed. Okay, if the condition is satisfied here, okay, only this statement will be executed, or only the statements which are inside this else if will be executed and no other statements are executed. Decision statements are used to select the statements from many. Okay, select the set of statements from many. Okay, one set of statements from many. Now just call this one. So you have to say if. Let's comment the one before we used. Now run it. It has to say, it said that 1. Okay, let's give the number as 4. Okay, now it has to say 4. Okay, let's give the number as 6. Okay, which we are not handling, so it will go to the else part and says unknown number. Now see the thing, what happens. Number equal to 6. Okay, so first it will come to here. Is it true? Number equal to 1. Okay, actually number is 6. 6 equal to 1. No, it's not true. We'll come to the next one. 6 equal to 2. No. Again, number equal to 3 is nothing but 6 equal to 3. No. Number equal to 4. That is 6 equal to 4. No. And finally, else part will be executed. Okay, if the number is, for example, if the number is 3, so it will come here. It's not true. Number equal to 2, it's not true. Number equal to 3, yeah, it is true. Number equal to 3, true. And it's going to print 3 and none of the other statements will be executed. Okay, so this is about decision statements. In the decision statements, if else and if else if, and we're going to see switch statement